So NiP kind of have to do this, and this is for who makes it to the Fragbite land. So if you lose here, you're out of the lower bracket, out of the tournament, and you won't be going to land at all.
It's not looking good when krimz is like, wait a second, where am I going right now? They've changed up this room as well, guys, just so you know. There's less space up here to hide. They've also changed the drop somewhat. Nice nade there onto pronax, doing 10 damage. Get right, going to try and hunt him down, but pronax is going to be able to dart back out of harm's way. Changed up the angle here as well so that it's not as blatant, like the angle shot, basically, that 90-degree angle.
olofmiester finding himself in a fairly awkward position, but krimz is going to take a kill before he goes down. Pronax is going to get dropped. A nice start for NiP. Flusha and JW going to have to try and see if they can retake this bomb site, which should be monstrously difficult considering that if they push in, then obviously they're going to get backstabbed by GetRight coming into it. So this is definitely not easy. There's GetRight taking down JW, and yeah, Fnatic looking a bit confused on the map so far, I would say.
Yes, they are. This is, I think, why NiP went for this map in particular versus Fnatic, because I think that they were feeling a bit shaky versus, like, on any of the regular maps. So why not try and just throw a complete curveball at Fnatic and see if you can't make it stick, make it work. So fifflaren is going to find the final frag there, but NiP will pick up the pistol with 3 members alive as well. So really solid work coming out there from NiP after a bit of a shaky start there for their Swedish compatriots. And man, this is really becoming just like the go-to build. Double scout once again. Double scout, triple xizt, but Fnatic are going to buy it in the second round.
On a map like this, it's almost like you could go for triple scout because the range on this map is so ridiculous. So I mean, I wouldn't even say that was out of the question.
And they're using the new tunnel system as well to get from A to B. But there you have it. xizt and fifflaren already picking up the 2 frags to start. This is what we're talking about right there. Right there as Forrest was turning away for it, there's a new tunnel system that's connecting A to B, so it will allow for quicker rotation on the T side at least.
Yeah, I like the window room change up here. Definitely is a lot more reasonable.
Right?
Yeah, and just like less obscured. It could be kind of tricky to see if anyone was up there. It seems like now the window's a little bit more bigger, so you can actually easily spot someone's up there. That's
exactly
good.
right, exactly right.
Well, flusha goes down, and JW is going to pick the wrong time to get out of there. He falls to his death down the ladder, and pronax is going to be the last man standing here for Fnatic.
And Pyth grins. Pyth is smiling. But pronax, yeah, pronax is basically going to be looking for those exits at this point. xizt just very carefully checking all the angles. If he shoots out those vents, pronax is going to whip around and take him out. Doesn't happen. If only xizt knew. xizt.
Yeah, it feels like he almost does, right?
Look at this. Oh, wait. There it is! Pronax, the king. And he even gets an AK. fifflaren can't let him get out of this. Oh, and he's going to get sprayed down as well. Pronax doing way too much damage right now to NiP. He's finally going to get overwhelmed, but 2 kills. 2 kills. That's excellent work there by pronax.
Kind of salvages the round a little bit. I mean, they did still buy a lot to try and get something done in that round, but you know, it takes it from being basically like a throwaway round to doing some damage, which is nice enough. They still need to keep doing damage, though. I mean, if NiP get out of this round with everyone alive, then NiP aren't really going to care too much. They lost a couple of people in the last round. So that's just kind of what it is. NiP spreading out across the middle of the map. And obviously, you can do that a lot easier with the new tunnel system. I mean,
yeah, you can really just kind of zip around, it seems. So at least you're able to apply pressure at multiple points fairly quickly. GetRight nearly gets caught, however, down to 20 seconds, 20 HP. It's a bit of a scary moment there for him. He's going to let his teammates take point. This is a smart play here from NiP, just really playing the map, how open it is. There is going to be a man lurking on that site, however, flusha with that USPS, making it a bit hard for him to get picked out, but he's about to get wrapped around, and there, fifflaren will find the flank on him. So once again, it's the in-game leader feeding his team to the enemies, and then he's just going to kind of lurk around. Wait, you can wallbang through that wall? How does that make sense?
I don't know.
It's brick.
It is brick, and I don't know. I mean, it didn't look like it was doing much damage, but it could be like a really angular thing. Some surfaces, if you're even shooting at a slight angle, it does exactly nothing. But if you're shooting like dead on, maybe it will. So leading into the 4th round, it's actually 2 people on Fnatic who haven't picked up a kill yet. But this is the first time they have rifles, so let's see how they do. Surprisingly, nobody has an AWP on the Fnatic side. I mean, especially in the B bomb side, that's definitely a strong weapon to have. But you can use it pretty much all over the map. And I'm glad to see fifflaren has picked up one.
Yeah, he was managing his eco in the last round, going just straight xizt, so pulling a bit of a JW. Now he's got the J-Whirlwind build. We'll see if he can put it to good use. Fnatic, they've taken a little bit of damage to start, but it's pretty much a fair trade here. So we're still looking to see who's going to pick up that entry frag. Look at how closely they're holding right now, Fnatic. bottom of mid, and they really want to get some in there, but they're going to manage to back off in time.
Oh, Geralt decides to stand in the fire to try and take that fight. And, well, doesn't quite work out.
Yeah, krimz has got hot feet. Look at that.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
sorry.
Fnatic, man, they're just ganging up on A site right now. They've left one guy on B to lurk. And the rest of them, all 3 members for Fnatic on A site. This could be brutal because NiP, with 40 seconds left, are deciding to go for this A site bomb plant. So this is going to be a real... This could potentially be a huge slap from Fnatic. They leave JW up close, and then they've got 2 guys lurking on the site.
As long as he can pick up a single kill here, JW, it's pretty going to be worth it. So he takes down fifflaren already. He's going to push up once more. Drops friberg. Now pistols out. And xizt and Forest, well, they're kind of running out of time as well here. 22 seconds. And there's also someone backstabbing. And there's olofmiester coming in all the way from the B bomb site. So there's not much that Forest can do. He's got 13 health and he's trying to duck for cover. It's not going to be quite enough. So pretty solid hold from Fnatic.
Yeah, I have to say.
And krimz burning to death at the beginning of the round as well.
Yeah, that was, I mean, but you have to admire Fnatic there for just making the right call, getting the proper read, but then also playing it perfectly. I mean, also individual play there from JW. I mean, he manages to get 2 big kills. The guys who were initially peeking in from NiP, and NiP going in one at a time is a bit risky for them just because they can't refrag. So JW, he gets away with a little bit more than he should be allowed to, but still, solid work. Oh, wow, Forest, though.
Looked like JW had such a good read on that, so I'm surprised he didn't get that kill. krimz is going to try and fall back. Doesn't want to be too near the drop zone.
Maybe, you know, he's
afraid of Wesley Snipes.
Well, it's also, you know, he learned last time that it's not good to be in a room on fire.
Damn straight. Geralt, what a great flashbang. I'm surprised he didn't see the Fnatic player there. It looked like he should have had a clear view of him, but he just doesn't. And he's down to 8 health, still gets the headshot on pronax. And krimz is going to take down friberg, who I think was trying to come in and help here a little bit. So now it's going to be down into a 4-on-3. Geralt sneaking in. It's going to get found by krimz. And that leaves it an even situation.
Yeah. And now, well, this time around, Fnatic aren't in position to deal with this A push, although flusha's playing it perfectly, hiding behind the house. Oh, he's even going to use a bit of a trick flash. I love it. This actually works magnificently well. He's going to go for the spray and drop the bomb carrier. xizt is gone. It's down to Forest now, 1v3, and flusha goes for a peekaboo, but he's not going to get it.
Still pretty hard for Forest here to try and see if he can get anything done. He's actually making a lot of noise, and pronax will just easily pick him off. So great recovery here in the first 2 rounds with rifles for Fnatic. They're doing a fine job, and NiP can't quite make the breakthrough. And then we wrong, and then you find out, oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Still didn't stop me from shooting all the heads. 1v1 aim at the party. What's up? Come at me, Fragbite.
Well, we're going to be back in the game, and JW picked up an AWP and instantly takes down xizt. So the scoreline is 3-2 here. Go return kill from Forest, but JW point-blank range almost gets a second one or a third one. It's going to be fifflaren down to 19 health. But this is still working out in favor of NiP. They're making their way to the bomb site where pronax is holding, covering the top of the roof inside here. He's going to drop fifflaren for the first kill. Realizes somebody else is here, and friberg will find a headshot. Good job.
Yeah, the lurk didn't really play out there perfectly for pronax. Bit surprised that fifflaren would run onto the bomb site with the bomb in hand like that without clearing it out fully. Still, 1v2 situation here for his team. They should have the crossfire set up, although this touchdown nade, friberg down to 4 HP.
What the hell? How did that only do you that little damage? I have no idea. friberg should consider himself very lucky, and Geralt will pick up the last kill there on olofmiester. That could have been a very different situation. Was he on like 9 and it put him on 4?
Yeah, I thought he was done for sure. But sometimes that's the way it goes.
Well, that's going to be NiP at 4 rounds. So, I mean, that's pretty good because Fnatic took 2 in a row once they picked up rifles and they were actually looking very solid. So, you know, NiP having picked the map probably want to... I think they just want to win the majority of the rounds at this point.
Pretty much. Like going off of past knowledge, right, of Cobble, every T round is invaluable pretty much. Like every round you can get on your T side is just so important. Because switching over to CT side, it's very tough. But I'm curious to see throughout the rest of this half how things are going to develop for NiP, because they're already using those tunnels that are just going from site to site. Swapping it over to the B site now fairly quickly here. They're looking to see if they can't catch him lurking out, but Fnatic... krimz is lurking right around the corner. He's going to be potentially setting it up for a nice little flank here if he can just find the right timing to work his way out. But he's going to get caught first, and that's not going to happen.
Hiding at the back of the bomb side might be a good idea. Maybe they can sneak in a couple of kills, but I mean, NiP are moving forward very, very carefully here. They're not really leaving anything to chance. It's like they just peek multiple people at the same angles, basically, to make sure nobody gets caught off guard here. So really well handled. Forest picking up a triple, and, you know, they took some damage, but overall, they had pretty nice control of that round.
Wow, they go for a buy, Fnatic. They realize they don't want to give any kind of opening here. It's going to be a double swag 7 buy, in fact. Not a whole lot of nades still. Everybody getting smokes, so that's the important bit there. You're able to still manage to block off some of these passages here and slow NiP down, but swag 7 isn't exact. Well, I mean, unless you're in the tunnels, I suppose. You know, it's not exactly the go-to weapon, I would think.
It does limit the positions you can play, right? You can pretty much only play this close, and for flusha, well, it's going to work out on the second shot. They should definitely try and run away from this. He's going to pick up the AK. They don't really have to fight him at this close range. He's going to smoke off again and retake his old position.
Yeah, some mind games coming out, and pronax lurking up in APs. He's going to get caught by friberg, though. That's a great opening there for NiP. They now have that man advantage going for them, and they know where flusha is. He's going to make it out of there alive as well, despite the fact that fifflaren was scoped up and looking for him. Now we have to see if Fnatic are going to be able to hold it off. NiP leaving one guy lurking over on the B side. Flusha up in APs. He's going to get the spray down on friberg. Brings it back to a 3-on-3. And this is so crucial. This is so important that flusha managed to chip away at NiP to slow them down.
Oh, olofmiester with the second max 7 here, leaving it in a 2-on-2. They're obviously headed back to the A bomb side, as we can tell on the map here, but the one covering is actually flusha with the AK. So, I mean, if NiP's caught looking the wrong way at the wrong time, this can actually work out for them.
As we can see, there's so many spots that flusha could be hiding as well. Fifflaren actually decides to back off, pick up an AK instead of that AWP. He's going to spot out flusha, though. Very quick play there, and he drops him very low, down to 11 HP flusha, but his mate olofmiester has rotated in, and now things get hairy for NiP. They've only got 20 seconds left.
I was going to say, if somehow xizt went down that close with the bomb there as well, and that's going to be the headshot on flusha, so nicely handled here. 2 ace from NiP, everyone picking up 1 kill each, so pretty well done. I was worried, though. I mean, if he just dies with the bomb all the way over there with 20 seconds... That would be very tough for fifflaren to try and save the bomb and stay alive and everything. A little bit scary.
Definitely a worrisome round there. But I think the important bit here is that NiP still managing to live with 2 guys. So long as they can keep picking up rounds, even if they survive with just 1, this is going to be very important for them.
Oh. A little part of me wanted flusha to hit that deagle shot. That would have been really long range, right?
Double over here, actually. NiP doubling up on their lurk.
I think if NiP win the majority of this round in the first half, if they get up to 8, round 8, I think they're going to be pretty happy about the situation.
No, I agree. If they could come out ahead, that's really big. Oh, friberg, careful not to take fall damage there. But they're definitely avoiding that stack up in A apartments right now. NiP going to be wrapping back around towards B site. Get right with the double entry frag. Takes out krimz and olofmiester both. It's going to be pronax, first man on the site. Rotating in, hopefully going to be able to pick somebody up here from NiP. He's hiding on the other side of the smoke, does some good damage, but he's not going to get the kill.
Well, fifflaren almost looking the wrong way at the wrong time there, but he's going to come out on top anyway, and NiP are playing these anti-eco rounds pretty well. I mean, even when they're down to a couple of people, they still seem to sort of consistently come out on top, which obviously makes a big difference here. So, what is Fnatic going to do? We have seen examples of aggressive pushes on this map, especially over at the A side of the map, like the whole long way around. But it's not exactly easy. And now it's a double up time for Fnatic, so I approve of this. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, definitely. Set it up, lurk over on the A site, sit far back on the B site. You can do a lot of damage with these AWPs, make it very difficult for NiP to get onto those sites, because every step of the way they're going to have to worry about getting opt. Not going to see any very forward positions here taken up, although, as I say that, olofmiester decides to peek into the B halls, and that's going to get him punished.
I mean, he saw that coming as well. olofmiester ran specifically to take that fight, and then he still just didn't land the shot, so that's actually it's a bit of a shame for Fnatic's side, because they really do need to start getting some good entry frags here. Otherwise, NiP could completely run away with this map. Grenade up. I mean, it is going to be Inferno for the last map, which Fnatic should feel comfortable on, but then again, online Fnatic have also lost Inferno a couple of times, weirdly, so who knows. Forest trying for that shot, not going to pick it up, though.
No, and he is going to take a little bit of damage still, managing to fall back. 50 seconds on the clock here. NiP still shouldn't be feeling too pressured, but Fnatic are playing this very passively on their side as well, just hanging back at this point, apart from pronax kind of peeking around. This is really interesting. Nade's going to go out, and then NiP begin to push, and there you go. fifflaren actually carrying the bomb, and it's been dropped in a very difficult position to recover it from. Now you say Nade onto krimz, but he's still alive. He's finally going to peek and take that fight and get caught.
pronax waiting patiently in there. JW wants to get the kill on anyone crossing on over, but he's actually going to miss that shot on Forest, and now they want to get in and put the bomb down here. xizt making a mad jump to try and see if he can get in there. And in the meantime, friberg and Forest have picked up 2 great kills. JW now kind of caught in the middle of this map. He's being sandwiched in. And pretty much whatever he does, he's probably going to die here.
He was getting wall banged down as well. Just all over the place, JW doesn't know where to turn. friberg could catch him lurking in the hall here as well. Gotta stop saying lurking, I'll work on that. But he's waiting, JW. In this position, he probably should be able to live through it as well.
Well, I'm assuming they're going to all come hunting for him, and they know he's in here somewhere. Like, he hasn't made it out, they know for sure, and the bomb is only just now about to go up, so, well, JW gets the kill and trying to escape towards NiP. He's going to make it around the corner just in time. He goes down anyway. Forest going to catch him in the last possible second. Forest, please.
Forest with that xizt, right?
It's 14 kills on Forest. I mean, him and GetRight are the 2 top fraggers. As by all rights, it really should be like this on NiP.
Yeah, apart from friberg, basically, yeah, we expect Forest. I mean, we really do look to Forest and GetRight to do big damage for NiP. When they do show up, that's when NiP shines. So, already NiP off to that start. We're going to have a force buy coming out here from Fnatic. They're just trying, they realize what a dire spot they find themselves in here. They desperately need to get rounds on the board. Only 2 is not going to be good enough here for a CT side on Cobble, regardless of the changes. JW, oh, the timing for him. He still gets a point-blank shot onto fifflaren. Nicely done. Still turning that into a 1v1 when he could have very well got picked off very easily there.
8-2, man. This is such a good start for NiP. Maybe we could be seeing a 3rd map here. pronax is going to get down GetRight, so that's pretty good. Fnatic needs to just win a bunch of rounds. They need to win all the rest of the rounds in this half, I feel like, because NiP, they aren't playing too badly right now. flusha in the corner, gets flashed completely, and xizt is going to take him down. A bit of an awkward fight going on. krimz peeking out, and it's going to drop the bomb, but they need to do a lot more here. Forest is going to take down another kill, so he's still going to be alone in a 1-on-3. He's picked up an AK and is charging for the bomb site to put it down. And that's actually going to be pretty cool. He can definitely win this 1-on-2.
Absolutely, he can catch them out. Potentially here, olofmeister's going to peek and manage to do a little bit of damage to Forest. Forest expecting his teammate to be wrapping around the other side, but they double up, and pronax gets the drop on him. Triple kill for pronax at the end of the round, and enough time for the defuse, even without a kit. So really nicely done there by Fnatic in that 2v1, just playing it down perfect, and the mind games as well. Pretty sure, I mean, obviously, what was going through Forest's mind is he was expecting the flank to come out. If olofmeister was going one way, he expected pronax to come the other. So nicely done by Fnatic doubling up on the one angle.
Very good. Finally a 3rd round here for the CT side. And they are still going to be having that AWP on JW. None on the NiP side, though. It's all AKs and smokes and everything else. Kind of wondering if they're going to go for like a quick push. And actually xizt here trying with a set smoke. See how that's going to land. I love this. Great job, Arabs over here, just catching this stuff. Smoking off towards one side, and yes, there is going to be a rush. So all these grenades, I think they want to get in, get the bomb down, use the grenades to keep Fnatic out of the bomb site. So that's definitely a good idea. krimz and olofmeister actually clip. olofmeister with a quick double, and krimz with another one. pronax helping out, leaving just xizt here. 1-on-3, and he's going to get a couple of kills before he eventually goes down. So Fnatic dealt with that rush really effectively, but I like the idea from NiP anyway.
Yeah, clearly. That is a very cool round there, and not what we were expecting to see, honestly. Set smokes going onto a site and a definite strategy behind it. That was really cool by NiP. Just so happened that Fnatic happened to have the proper crossfire set up, and they kind of just got bogged down on that ledge. Weren't able to get down into the site proper. So very nice hold coming off from Fnatic despite NiP's efforts, but that's still really cool to see that NiP have got some plans in mind.
pronax picking off GetRight to start off with here. NiP had a lot of money even going into this round, but oh, JW, how does he know? He actually hit that shot on fifflaren.
Through a box, I think. Down to 45 for fifflaren. That is really cool. I mean, wall banging coming out there. Really curious to see which walls you can actually shoot through here. Seems like the drop down room over here on the left that olofmeister is just to olofmeister's left. It seems like the walls are like paper thin because JW is even getting caught through like 2 of them there. Early on, rather.
They are pushing towards this A bomb site. And defending is flusha and also JW, and that I think pushing against an AWP who's this far back in the site, especially when he has backup from a rifle, is going to be pretty damn tough. But fifflaren still picks up the kill. Nicely done, and flusha falls. Forest coming in from the middle, the double up working out for NiP, and now they have pretty much a free entry in here, and Fnatic really got to think about whether or not they want to fight this. As painful as it sounds, they might actually want to save these rifles.
Agreed. And fifflaren going to pick up a second frag on krimz. Now it's olofmiester. He's hightailing it out of there. I think Forrest heard that run, though.
Yeah.
See if he's going to peek in. xizt is currently just holding alongside his mate as well. Going to go on the hunt, and they realize NiP should have the money to go ahead and rebuy these rifles. They want to keep them. Well, they want to basically get it off of olofmiester, but the timing was perfect. xizt checking the wrong way. And olofmiester is going to get 2 quick frags. He's going to hunt for friberg as well. But that is really nice. If he can make it out of here with the AWP to boot, that is such a sick round from Olof.
Smart play from him, definitely. Too bad for Fnatic that they couldn't pull that off. I mean, I thought JW was going to get that opening kill, but fifflaren actually bested him in that situation, so pretty cool. 9-4 here, and NiP just doing a lot of work. This is really, really good. Wait, did JW switch to a grenade?
It looked like it. Yeah.
It looked like he switched to a grenade. Oh, God.
So the timing playing fifflaren's away that time.
Ouch, that's painful.
Yeah. Still, nice shot by fifflaren just the same.
Oh, definitely. olofmiester with the last AWP here that they saved from the previous round. This could be great first half for NiP is what it feels like.
flusha attempting to take that follow-up shot. He's not going to get it. JW trying to change up his position as well. This is a quick 1-for-1 already down in the bottom. Boost as well, actually coming out from Fnatic. That's clever up in A apartments. They're going to set it up real nicely here. So if NiP try and come through here, they're going to be in for a bit of a surprise. olofmiester may try and encourage them to do so, but then fifflaren shuts down olofmiester, so that is not going to pan out well for Fnatic.
fifflaren's really been hitting some good shots here on cobblestone. Forest obviously was as well, so this double up setup is, well, they've only got one now, but it was working out well for them earlier as well. JW and pronax only have pistols left, so I mean, NiP should be able to do this. And Gerard's actually discovering that there's nobody inside this B bomb site.
Yeah, and in the meantime, Forrest was holding close enough there towards the remaining Fnatic members that I think he heard them step. So, and he's definitely spotted out pronax as well. Gets the job done. Headshot at the end. And Forrest picking up the 2 remaining Fnatic members. But he was in that right position there, sitting in the pit to hear, I think it was pronax who was stepping. Or no, JW, but still. He heard it. They knew where they were lurking, and Get Right's info definitely helping out. But NiP, again, they're going to spend everything. They've got full xizt apart from friberg, who decides to be a rebel. But the double op play again here from NiP.
Yeah, feeling confident with it. Fnatic just can't afford it. 10-5, the best that Fnatic could do at this point. They are playing pretty close to the middle here, as flusha's going to get a good return kill before anything else happens. So a 1-for-1 trade down in the middle. Grenade bounces up. Doesn't do nearly as much damage to flusha as it looked like it would. Looked like that was going to bounce right into his face, basically.
Pretty much. Surprising result. There's the pop flash from Get Right. Goes leaping in. No, he does not. Decides to hold back. I mean, this is still a 4-on-4. He doesn't want to go giving away frags just like that. But he's also checking because pronax has been lurking below in the drop room. So Get Right basically checking to see if pronax is going to be there again.
Fnatic coming out with a 1-man lead here. Still a little bit anxious. You can see them moving quite around, a lot around on the CT side. That's a good opening from friberg. Straight headshot on pronax. And that forces Fnatic to commit to a couple of more people here on the A bomb site. 35 seconds on the clock for NiP. friberg with a bit of a Mr. Flashbang, and he's going to go down. olofmiester picking up 2 quick kills. 1 on fifflaren, 1 on friberg. Forrest alone here, and he's going to get taken down as well. So 10-5 for the first half. Fnatic, they get a little bit at the end, but I'm not sure it's quite enough here. No,
I think this is going to be a struggle no matter how you look at it here going into the second half. 5 rounds. CT side, I mean, granted, we've seen some very nice play coming out from NiP on their T side, clearly showing that they've prepared on this map as well with a couple of very clever rounds with the smokes. So, NiP, now the question is their CT side going to be as solid? Right now it looks like it's going to be 3 towards B, although they do seem to hesitate for a second.
Running all over the place here. They're actually going to use that new underpass down towards the middle of the map and well, towards the A bomb side as well, leaving one person over at B just to make some noise and maybe try and pretend that someone's coming, but NiP aren't buying it. They're pretty much all at this bomb site, so pretty good read from NiP, although fifflaren in that corner is in a bit of trouble. The Glocketeers have arrived and they're just gunning him down. Get right with Forest and xizt with some great kills in return right now as JW's fighting it out with some guy in the middle, and actually he's got to be careful. He's down to 12 bullets as well, and Fnatic, well, that's a very good fake. He basically baited out krimz there. He just pretended that, well, he just used krimz as bait.
It's simple as that. Basically, if you're going to do that, land the shot. Because if your teammate dies because you're using him as bait, he's not going to be very happy with you, just saying.
Definitely not.
This is still a pretty decent spot, though. JW, oh, he gets full flash done. That's going to allow for xizt to work his way out here. It's going to be friberg trying to close in. He's taking the battle with JW, who can't manage to find any of those frags. Gets caught in that vice, and NiP will pick up the pistol round in the second half, putting them on the fast track towards a third map here. That is just how NiP wanted it to go. And you got to give it to fifflaren as well, holding on as long as he did. He could have very well got overwhelmed by JW so quickly, but he was still able to play the angle long enough to be able to spot that bomb out. And as soon as he saw that bomb, NiP start rotating in, and then it turns into a very close situation for Fnatic.
And it feels like if Fnatic wanted to make it back in this game here, they probably needed to win this. JW going to go all the way to the top of the sniper tower, and if anyone played 1.6 and played Kovel, they knew how annoying this person is, because every public game had one person basically stuck up here and you had to go and find him. And it would, and especially because like in 1.6 the round time would be like 10 minutes or something, so if nobody went and found him, could be some long rounds.
Oh. Curious to see if olofmiester is going to be able to pick up Get Right fast enough. Nope, Get Right. Double headshot with the Pro 90, gets the job done. And that was the rifle pretty much lost there for Fnatic, so they're not going to be pleased. Get Right, and even just instantly swapping for the AK.
Pretty interesting that they decided to throw away the rifle so far away from anybody else. Like no one can really pick it up. I mean, that seems counterintuitive to me at least.
I'm sure that did not go according to plan there for Fnatic. But also, yeah, putting it at risk initially, that's definitely tricky. Now Fnatic, they're just gathering up all 4 members for this A site. There's already 3 members here for NiP, however, and the crossfire is set up as well. fifflaren holding from the site, Forest here in the angle, but it's going to be Get Right picking up the frags with olofmeister's AK, so adding insult to injury.
JW trying to Glock it out. He's not going to come out on top here, so Get Right picking up a quad kill and putting NiP at 12 rounds. This is looking pretty good for them. Fnatic had bought that round to get anything done at all, so and they clearly did not get enough out of it either.
Do Fnatic spend anything in this round? They do not. So it's pretty much, yeah, Fnatic, well, no surprise there. NiP should pick this round up. That puts them at 13, and then Fnatic are just hoping to battle it out and keep NiP from that match point. Or map point, rather. Oh. That's got to go down as one of the biggest damage nades we've seen in a long time.
Yeah, that was very nice. They had got distracted by something else that's completely irrelevant. Sorry about that. olofmeister's down to 20 health. I swear that's a stag on the sigil on the wall.
Are you thinking about Robert Baratheon?
I am. That was like a Game of Thrones thing that popped into my mind.
And I'm sure the dev, who put it there, he's probably thinking the same thing.
He should rename the map to Storm's End in that case. Just go all in if you're going to do it. Okay, we're going to be moving into the 19th round. I'm very sorry about that. Got a bunch of smokes on the Fnatic side and a bunch of AKs too. Could end up in a long-range battle here, but against the AWP, I kind of wish they would have done a little bit what NiP did earlier and try for like a fast rush into B, see if they can make it work. I mean, Fnatic just need to win so many rounds in a row to try and get this working. I feel like it's going to be really tricky here. Get Right wins the battle, although it was a slightly awkward one with olofmeister jumping up like that. Still going to give them the early kill.
Yeah, and Get Right one step ahead of there from olofmeister as well. Look at this Forest. He catches a pronax lurking in mid, and that's going to be a nice frag to start things off, or at least to follow up on Get Right's. Oh man, Forest is just tearing him up. flusha gets caught in A apartments. Forest is not going to be in the perfect position to eviscerate JW.
Who comes jumping in like a madman. That's don't never go like 100% JW. Even if you're JW, just try and keep it to like 80% or something like that, because when you end up like trying to jump into Forest, then you know you've gone too far.
And these situations, oh, it's like all you can think of is you're telling Forest to survive. What?
I don't know.
That's just timing. That was basically having krimz boxed in really tight, and now NiP, this is it. Fnatic, everything hitting the fan here for them, and they're going to have to force it up. olofmeister just has enough. It's going to be pronax with the Galil as well. Let's see what else they can afford to get. JW not messing around. No head armor for him. But
yeah.
krimz is the bravest of them all. No
I feel like
Kevlar.
this is a map that just lends itself so well to taking long, like prolonged aim fights with people at range. And I mean, it could just be, if NiP have been putting in just like a little bit of work, it could just be at this point that they feel a little bit more familiar with some of the angles to shoot at, and that actually makes a big difference. Forest here with some stunning headshots on flusha and pronax. Obviously a pretty good start here for NiP as fifflaren is looking for the kill. He's going to get the flick, but not quite fast enough here. olofmeister's on 4 health, now 2 health. Forest is going to go down. That's JW with a quick double kill in return. Can he bring it all the way back? Get right, doesn't spot him crossing over.
Now that timing there from JW.
Where's pronax? No, sorry, olofmeister. Is he actually sneaking up behind them?
Oh, really, man? He's hanging back. Guerrilla tactics coming from olofmeister. Time to go for the hamstring. Get right, losing the battle versus krimz as well, although he is dropping him pretty low, and xizt is going to clean up the battle. olofmeister is going to get caught by friberg. Gotta give points to NiP there for making pretty damn sure that they weren't about to get flanked, but JW's got an AWP now. It changes completely. 1v2 doesn't matter. He's got the op.
He hasn't put down the bomb yet, so I really hope NiP wait for him to try and go and do that. Then they can probably get a little bit closer. So there it is. They hear it coming. Now JW is going to try and use the smoke a little bit, maybe. Yeah, just wants to play at the edge of it. He's going to take the peek, gets the first kill. That's now a triple. He's looking for one more on friberg here, and he doesn't get the flick. Friberg's just a little bit too close, so very nice attempt from JW, but it's going to be NiP bringing it back to now map point for themselves.
And a third map on the line. This is it, NiP, man. They could fight their way all the way back. It's going to be the full buy coming out here from NiP. Fnatic, thanks to the round loss bonus as well as, excuse me, that plant, they're going to have ample money here.
At this point, NiP, like all they need to like take those cannons that are pointed outward from the castle and turn them towards Fnatic and just, you know, like a solid iron cannonball just...
And then basically be like, hold on, hold still, guys, for like the minute and a half it takes us to load these things.
That'll be fine. Forest is going to take down olofmeister, and then JW falls to his death, trying to get the drop on Get Right, but not going to be good enough here. Forest gets back into a safer position, holding the A bomb site. He's also the only one doing it. Shots a little bit too quick here with the flashbang, but the follow-up one will be just perfect. Forest will go down eventually. Still a favorable position here for NiP. flusha gets 2 great headshots in. Let's see if Fnatic can prolong this a little bit more.
Much better odds this time around, but there's the pop flash. Peekaboo, Get Right, gonna walk right out. Not gonna hit the spray, just barely gets it. And friberg now wraps back around, and krimz, no time to turn, no time to react, and NiP will pick up their 16th round here, bringing this map score to a 1.